Mark, a good run out against Melksham today. What's your assessment of today's game?
It was a very good game, good physicality in terms of numbers and what we're trying to do in our output. I thought opposition were very good, caused us some good problems. Environment's outstanding, as you can see, it's amazing. So we've had very few days training because of the number of games. That's been a little bit frustrating. But within the game tonight, we've seen loads of really good things we've worked at. And we've also seen some of the things that we turned down that we worked at was equally frustrating. But it was a good night. My only real criticism was probably we should have been a lot more decisive in the final tour, as I'm sure you've seen. We could have made it a lot easier for us. But what's more important is we're creating those numbers, and we had good numbers in the box. So.
I suppose let's touch on that a bit more. How pleased are you with the patterns of play, the way the players are starting to gel to your system and things like that?
Really good. I mean, we trained yesterday, and it was quite funny for us because we had a little 10-minute 11v11 where we walked a number of things, and when we came off, one of the coaches was like, I didn't really like that. And I was like, but when we looked back at it, we had 4 specific patterns of play in a 10-minute period, and these are the things we're looking at, and these are the things that, because the coaches are new to me, I need us all to see. It's been good so far. Really pleased with the attitude of the guys and their enthusiasm to impress on and off the pitch has been really good.
I suppose with that in mind, of course, players starting to get 60 minutes worth of match action. How important is that, and how pleased are you with the fitness levels so far?
Yeah, really good. And Joseph, who's new, there's a lot of, it's not just new players, there's a lot of new staff. So Joseph and Jackson from the medical side and the sports science, it's new to them working with me. One thing we have loved is the attitude and the fitness of the guys, in the shape they've come back in and what Joseph has asked them to do. They've smashed, so physically it's been really, really impressive.
Reflecting back on today, of course, 2 goals for Harry Smith, his first 2 since returning, and of course another goal for Powell today, so pleasing for him.
Yeah, we've lost a lot of goals from the team from last year, but you know, Glatt's proved himself last year and has done. Started pre-season really, really well. We said going into the game tonight, I don't really care, it doesn't really bother me, but I don't want Harry or Aaron thinking about I need to score a goal. It'll come. So it was nice for Harry that it was Harry's turn tonight and he got a couple of goals. It's more important to me that we're creating chances. And I think over the last few games we've created a host of, you know, I think if we'd have won by a much bigger scoreline tonight, nobody could have argued that. The flip side of that is to knock myself down a bit. That's what it should look like anyway if we have any aspirations of being the team that we think we can be.
A few people asking about the absences of Grant, Ryan and Sean tonight. Obviously, you know, they may be picking up a few knocks, but we want to make sure they're fully ready to go, if you can explain on that. Yeah,
so Sean's got a tiny knock. He was touch and go yesterday, come out in the morning, he'd slight pinch, I think it's in his hip flexor. Apologies, I don't get involved in stuff like that in terms of the specifics of the area. So as of yesterday, he wasn't far away. Today was probably just 24 hours too early. Ryan's at least a couple of weeks away. But is doing really, really well, and Grant's actually fit. The game's just come too quickly for him, so he's been really impressive since he's come in and when he's trained with us.
And I suppose just touching on those 3 a little bit more, of course, just to make sure they're not rushed back in to actually make sure they're fully fit, fully ready to go.
Yeah, look, the most important thing is that they're fit for the next 6 weeks, not play tonight and then miss the next 6 weeks. So using our experience and our knowledge in that, he's looked really, really good, Grant, but we need to make sure he's got minutes under his belt before we start putting him on the pitch.
We've touched on it a little bit, but just pre-season prep and everything so far overall, how are you finding it? How's it all going so far?
It's been really, really good. As I've touched on already, probably you know, maybe 1 game too many for us so far, but that's not a criticism of the programme. It's probably something that I would have done slightly differently, but there's no right and wrong. Just because I'm new to everybody in there, new to me, if I'd have been here for 12 months, you've probably got 80% of the people there that know your model and your methodology really, really well. So from a selfish point of view, there's actually nothing wrong with the games programme. Just as a new coach coming in, I would prefer more training days than games. But the stuff we have done and we've seen so far has been good.
I suppose, obviously, this is your first game with the Swindon fans around you, and obviously Melksham today, we thank them for hosting and everything like that, and wish them best for the rest of the season.
Incredible hospitality from them, an absolutely stunning environment, considering you see in the step they're walking in. I mean, it is just super impressive. So huge credit to them, and hopefully it's a relationship that we can build on, and something that we want to help them if we can help them. It's something we'd really like to do. But really impressive, and very thankful to everybody here for the hospitality they've given us tonight.
And just finally, how much did you enjoy being in the Swindon Town dugout for the first time today?
Amazing, and even on for those that didn't know, you know, we played Swansea last week. It was brilliant to be stood back on the pitch. It's been 9 months since I've taken a game, so yeah, really impressive. It's a great club, and what we need to do over the next few weeks and few months is show people that what's happened in the past is gone. I think the work that Clem and Jamie have done in the background has been really. They do a lot of stuff that a lot of people don't see, and they've done. There's been a lot of cleaning up and a lot of hard graft gone in, and hopefully, people always. It's a results-driven business. What I can tell the fans, which is really important because it's their club, and managers, directors of football, owners, they come and go as they all do in football. But I think they've got a club in a very healthy position at the minute. So, and I think, you know, the guys in the background have had criticisms before, but it's important to say when people are doing a good job and recognise the work they have done. So I really believe going forward the club's in a healthy position.
I suppose with that as well, just the whole team unity and everything, like everyone getting along and having that real sort of sense of togetherness.
Yeah, my impression when I came in was there was a disconnect between everybody, from whether it was wider community, inner fans, board, players. There was just a real disconnect, and it's so important that the bottom line is that everybody's you know, rowing in the same direction for the good of Swindon Town. And I really believe with the owners and director of football and people in place now, I think you've finally got a club that everybody wants. Everybody has one thing in common, and that's Swindon Town to do really well.